HTML classes and IDs are both used to select and manipulate HTML elements, but there's one key difference between the two. How's it going, everyone? I'm Kyland, and here I like to make programming fun and easy to understand, so if that sounds enjoyable to you, make sure you slap the subscribe button and let's get right into it. So HTML classes and IDs are both nearly the same, but the one key difference between the two is that classes are reusable, whereas IDs are not. So on the same HTML page, you can have multiple classes with the same name, but you can only have one ID with one specific name. So let's go ahead and see how we can define them, and then we can look more closely into the differences. So let's go ahead and start with a class, and the way that we're going to define a class is it's going to be an attribute on your HTML tag. So let's just say class, just like that, and we can put as many classes in here as we want. So let's say we want color red, and the way we define multiple ones is just with a space. So if you have a space in between two classes, that's considered multiple classes. So I could also say background blue, just like that, and we're going to say this is a class and this is a class right here. And I can also add these classes to another HTML tag if I want. So I can say class, color, red, and BG, blue, just like that. And I can also add another one if I want. We could say tint, black, and there's no issues with that whatsoever. And this is because the same class name can be used on multiple HTML elements on the same page without any issues. Now to define an ID, I can come down here to this one here, and I can put an attribute on it called ID, just like that. And I could say this is color black, and I can use that ID on this specific HTML tag, but I can only use it there. If I were to say ID down here on this, color black, I'm going to get an error because IDs can only be used on one HTML element per HTML page. But I could also change this to color blue. Now that would work because I can use a new ID with a different name on a different HTML element. I just can't use the same name on multiple HTML elements. We can also use both classes and IDs on the same HTML element. So up here on this H1, I've got two classes defined here, and I can also add an ID if I'd like and say font bold, just like that, and that's going to work perfectly fine with no issues whatsoever. I just can't reuse this name right here, font bold, anywhere else in an ID. So that's about it for classes and IDs. Remember, the IDs can be used only once per HTML page, whereas the class names can be used multiple times wherever you would like them. So if you did like the video, make sure you slap a like on it. Check out the full playlist down in the description below. Make sure you subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.